Oh, wait. How's this? What? Hey, y'all. Hey. Grand rising. Great afternoon. Good evening. And sweet night. Lovelies. Lovelies. Just come right on in. If anybody come out in, go ahead and drop in the chat. Ancestral messages coming in. Ancestral messages definitely urgent. I'm gonna save this live. I'm not gonna delete it like I did the other one. But I quick with y'all at all. This is just ancestral messages that I have to relay. Yeah. So take heed, take what resonates. So the first message is, I'm gonna just hop right on in. But so the first message is from a great grandmother or a great grandfather. I'm hearing great grandpa. So you could realize that's Papa or Nana or Nana. That was your great grandmother. But great. So they're not exactly your grandmother or grandfather. They definitely put emphasis on great. So there's some lineage, between there. But their whole message is of peace. So bringing peace, and you'll see it because I'm going to post it, and within the next couple of days, did a card pulling on these ancestor messages, and they were definitely high in energy on peace, communication, growing together, and generosity. That was the main four. Okay, so when I pulled on these, and you'll see it as well, but there were specific messages, like there's very specific ones, and this is why I'm going live with it, because these are for specific people. So for a specific set of y'all, that from your great grandmother, great godfather. Okay, so it's not necessarily blood, but a godfather. So great godfather or great godfather. But they're putting emphasis on peace. So you're needing peace in your life, or there's peace that is coming into your life. So whether you're welcoming that in willingly or unwillingly, there's peace that's needed in your life at the moment, because there's a lot of stress. You're putting stress on yourself. I'm hearing stress at the job. So whatever job or career path that you're in, there's a lot of stress going on there, and it's really calling for you to bring and welcome peace in your life. And again, if that's willingly or unwillingly, they gonna end up sitting your ass down, and you gonna get some peace, because that's what you're needing right now. Some of y'all, again, this is those that for great grandmother, great grandpa. I'm seeing godfather. So this definitely could be a distant godfather. So not necessarily your godfather, but your father's godfather or something in a way. So he's not necessarily blood, but he's definitely been there, present in your life. They're letting you know that it's not gonna good. It's not gonna go well if you don't welcome peace in your life. You're needing peace. You're needing to welcome peace in your life, and that goes with self-respect, self-love, taking time to set those boundaries for real with people, so that you're not disrespecting yourself, disrespecting your space, disrespecting your time. Always respect yourself, your time, your value. You are valuable, and welcoming peace in your life, it does show up in those areas, in your work, in your home life, in your relationships, all around. You have to welcome peace in. Communicating clearly, that didn't get in a again, this is specifically for the person that doesn't have peace at their job or in their career. Um, you're needing to speak up for yourself. Respect yourself enough to say that in the meeting you don't agree with necessarily, and you have a better plan. Like, you need to speak up and talk about the plans that you see coming forth. Like, I'm getting the feel like you're the boss, but you're not speaking up. Like, you're the lead, but you're just letting somebody talk over you. Like, you don't have peace in within yourself because you're allowing others to talk over you. You're allowing to downplay your ideas. Like, you're stressing out because allowing you're not allowing yourself to, you're putting boundaries on yourself. Like, you're putting boundaries and limits on yourself in a negative way, and you're not seeing any growth because of that. Like, to allow peace to come into your mind, I'm definitely seeing self-love, self-respect, and really standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself, speaking though, expressing those, like, ideas. You have valuable ideas. You have valuable ideas that are tangible. Some of those ideas that you're hearing at work, you're like, what the fuck? And you're not speaking up about it. Like, it don't make sense to you. This is your project. This is your job. I'm seeing somebody maybe in construction, or you maybe a lawyer, and there's some kind of case or project. Um, but yeah, speak up. When you have an idea or you have something that's coming about, it's something about a project. Somebody working on a project, uh, you need to speak up about your ideas. You need to speak up about your ideas, and don't let others downplay what you see for it, because what your idea is a moneymaker. Your idea is tangible. It's a moneymaker. The others, they're like, it's not making sense, and it's not, oh, they thinking outside the box. That's what they trying to run with. It's not outside. It's not that it's outside. No, that's not what the flow is. That's not that this project is going or it's supposed to go. That like, they can do their own thing over there, but how you are running this project, you got to take control. Stand up, because that's where that piece is going. What they're talking about is bringing chaos. Is bringing confusion. Everybody's like, what the fuck is going on type shit. Like, this is way off of what the what am I hearing? The template, whatever was set in the beginning, whatever y'all stand for, they're not going in within those lines. Like, they're not going with the program. It's something about a project, like, statement. There's a statement that y'all go by, and they're totally off track. They're totally off the record. It's like, is bringing in confusion and chaos, but your plan is gearing y'all towards success, uh, a lot of lucrative income, a lot of lucrative success I'm seeing. So it's tangible, you know. But anyway, so that was very specific for that person. Peace in your mind and peace in your heart, respecting yourself, communicating and standing up for yourself. The second one was communication. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the whole, uh, standing up for yourself and speaking, but it goes specifically towards family. Okay, so this is outside the work. And this one, this ancestor message is coming directly from mother, father. So this is a mother relative by blood or a mother figure, father figure, or your direct father by blood. Even if you have never met them in this lifetime, okay, you never lay eyes on them, you never seen them, never touched them, they still are able to, you know, communicate with you. And I'm feeling as if that is greatly what they are communicating, is this whole thing, the overall energy is communication. They're wanting you to truly, they're encouraging you to tap more into communicating with your ancestors, your direct ancestors, those that may have lineage for you, and they are wanting you to truly go within to know your heritage, not the heritage that you're being told. You know what I'm saying? Not the heritage that you're being taught. So it's something about like there may be people in your environment or when you were growing up that they lied to you basically about your heritage, about, I forget, it's backwards. Like this is my right side and it's backwards, but this thing is, okay, it's straight. But yeah, so it's something about your heritage. You were lied to about your heritage, about your lineage, and they're wanting you to they're encouraging you to communicate with your ancestors. They're encouraging you to take time, take those moments to sit and listen. I'm that I'm hearing that there's a lot going. There's a lot of movement. I'm seeing a lot. Like I'm seeing a person. Like even when you're sitting still, there's like like there's so much going on around you. Like even when you're sitting still, you're hearing noises outside, or you're hearing noise like outside of your room. I'm hearing like alarm sounds and stuff going on. Like all of these things are going on in your mind and quite so it's definitely go into meditation. Tap more into that side of yourself that is ready to manifest silence in your mind. Okay. And not necessarily, oh, you got to quiet the mind, because truly we cannot quiet the mind. But okay, there is a place you can go for peace. Okay. And being aware of your thoughts. So when you feel your mind, so it's not, for the ones that it's not necessarily exterior loudness going on, but it's a lot going on in your mind, take time and take those moments to be aware of your thoughts. Where is your thoughts flowing to? and allow them to go. Do your best to focus on one. Like, you see and it's going there. Okay, ride with it. Don't try to block it out so much. Um, but ride with it and then refocus. Okay. So ride with it, see why you go there. Cause most times it's it's because something wants to show you or something wants to come up at that moment to distract you. So, take notice and be aware of those thoughts and what kind of thoughts are coming up in that moment. Okay? Especially when you're getting into a mode of rest and your mind, starts to kind of wake back up type thing. Your body wants to rest, but your mind wants to wake back up type thing. Be aware of those things. And um, if, if you want to, take a moment. I encourage you to take a moment. Again, this is communicating, how you communicate with yourself, how do you communicate with your body, how you communicate with your mind. Take a moment to communicate with your mind and kind of prepare it. Be like, hey, it's that moment where the body has to rest, and the mind is the part of the body. So we going to recharge, rejuvenate. While we do that, we're going to rest. So now, instead of the mind um, becoming more awake, let's think of restful thoughts, redirect your mind. It's not about shutting it off and cutting it quiet. It's about redirecting. You're aware, okay, I'm focusing on this. Let's refocus on rest, rejuvenation, peace. Let's, recall of dreams. How good it's going to feel when you wake up, type thing. Like the feeling of having a beautiful restful night, like that recharge when you're, totally recharged up, not halfway, not full, your cup is full. That being thankful for a peaceful night's sleep, those things, communicating with your body, um, is key. It is key to how you communicate exterior, outside yourself, how you communicate with your organs. I've heard, oh, excuse me, I've heard a lot of times some people want to communicate to their body like, oh, my knee, or that they say how they have a bad knee and their knee is bad. Like, you already speaking those words. Bad is a negative word, right? To say your knee is bad, you're separating it from yourself. So you're kind of just, that just like, what do you call it? Just basically you just talking outside of yourself as if your knee is not a part of you. Okay, this is your knee, it's a part of you, and it's not bad, because if it's bad, then you are bad. And we're not, you know, we're not going to claim that on ourselves. We're going to claim healthiness. We're going to claim, uh, again, rejuvenation. When you take rest, you have that rejuvenation. You have that healing. I am healed. I am well. Excuse me. Excuse me. I am burping. I'm releasing gas. I'm releasing inflammation. There's no inflammation in my body. All inflammation is dissipating and it's released out of my body. Reiki is good for that as well. If you ever tried Reiki, I recommend it. I highly recommend it. Um, to be able to communicate with your body in such a way that you're able to release any sickness that may be dwelling, in your body. And for those that have um, done healing on themselves and have delved into holistic healing, you know when you have thoughts of some type of pain or something coming up and resonating, you realizing there's a pain in some part of your body. Once you focus on that, it becomes bigger. So you say you have a pain in your neck. Once you take notice and you're aware of that pain in your neck, and you may take a herb or you'll drink something to help with that pain, or you'll massage it to help with that pain, and you just go about your day, that'll be it. You may never feel that pain ever again. But once you focus on it and you're like, and you just like, just keep talking about it and you're bringing it up to everybody. And it's not to say you need to forget about it, but really like you just go about your day, not really focusing too much on it, and it will go away. Most sicknesses become bigger because people put so much energy towards them, and they become greater than they most likely should, and allowing others to speak on your sicknesses. That's why you don't go around talking to other people and telling them, oh, I have this, like you're continuously claiming it. So it is becoming bigger because you're putting energy towards that sickness. Even if you have just a headache, don't be around so many people where you have to explain why you touching your head, or you're not sensitive to sounds or something. Get by yourself. Sometimes you need to isolate because it could be projected, on you. Like there's more people projecting than y'all realize, and it can be projected in their tone and their energy and their voice. And you got to be careful in this communication. I'm definitely hearing on the father. There's a father figure ancestor that is highly, 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 highly wanted to stress communicating with others and not allowing them to put curses on you. Okay. This is heavy on the curses. So when somebody is basically telling you who you are or what's going to happen to you, or oh, you better not do that because you gonna get this, or especially if you're telling them something that you're looking forward to, or event that you're about to go to, and they're like, you did like they were speaking so negative on it, and basically talking something up that is not happening. Now there's a difference, and it's gonna take discernment and you really having your intuition on forefront and knowing the difference between somebody warning you of something that's about to happen and somebody just talking negative, and they basically wanted to manifest, chaos. That there's a difference. There's a huge difference. Somebody warning you of something that's going to happen, they have foresight. They're able to, they have foresight, foreshadow. They're able to see. They have, that type of insight, that psychic ability. Now, there's clairvoyance, clairdiscent. There's a lot of clairs, right? You got to know the difference between them and those that just, they just want to speak negative. They just, especially those in the spiritual community. And I know there's some out there, but if they have absolutely nothing of light, nothing positive, they can't even put a fact, because facts they don't necessarily have to be light or dark. But if they are completely just all dark, nothing light, they can't even state facts without giving their opinion, then no. Like that's them. If they have that gift, then they're using it for ill will, and those are the ones we stay clear of. Okay. But you are highly protected. Definitely your ancestors are protecting you, and that's why they're wanting to relay this message now, so you know the difference and you tap more into, your intuition. And really, I'm seeing somebody, like, there's something about your phone. There's something about your phone. They have communicated with you through your phone. So something happened with your phone and you're like, what? It confused you. It kind of shocked you because it was something about like a text came, or um a text came through a number that is probably like blocked or been gone or is off or something like that. Something about a message, a message came through, and that was basically your ancestors. Um, Not like they was messaging you from the dead or something, but whatever was said in that message, it was them. It was your ancestors communicating with you. Um, it was not by mistake, even if it was like a wrong number type thing. Like you there was a clue in that. There was a clue in that they were wanting to communicate with you. Okay. Uh so yeah, that's how I'm feeling for that one. The next one is growing together. So this ancestral message is from a distant relative. Okay. This is an ancestral message from a distant relative. Um, and it could be, I'm hearing cousin, but it's not like what they say, your first cousin, your second cousin, third cousin. No, it's like way down. Like it's not in this lifetime thing. And like this is a distant relative that you can't call up somebody be like, have you ever known such and such? Like there's nobody you could call up. They all dead type thing. Or all unalive. Some people sensitive with that word. I don't know why. You can't be on this channel if you sensitive with the word dead, death. No, because that is alive, dead, alive, dead. Like if you sensitive that word, this is not the channel for you, honey. Okay, because it's gonna come up. I talk to the dead, so it's gonna come up. Okay, you can't be sensitive that word. After you heal, whatever is, whatever fear you have of that word, you gonna have to release that before you able to accept, these messages or listen. Because that's how these messages come. Anyway, so distant relative. All right. Saying growing together. When they were speaking of growing together, what I was really seeing, I was seeing that you are healing the whole lineage. So even though they're distant, they're a relative from ages, centuries ago, that's how far back. So this could be you. Yeah, if you started this live with me, well, we're not very live, but if you started the beginning when I said that, you could be this relative, you could be this ancestor, this very well could be you. And I don't know if I said it on this one or did I say it on the. I did say it on either one because I just recorded the cards, the actual readings for each one where I pulled the cards. So if you want to go look at that one, it should be up sometime in a couple of days. But I pulled cards on these messages. That's where the peace, communication, growing together, generosity, that's where they came from, was the cards. But I was feeling that I need to go live because these are like specifically, I was getting very specific messages for this. And so the growing together distant relative, this is a relative from centuries ago. Okay. Centuries ago, they are wanting to relay the message that you are healing a lineage of marriage. So there's heaviness on, I'm feeling this heavy pain on marriage, commitment. Okay. So how was centuries ago, back in the day, they're really how we see marriage, how society, I'm gonna say society as a whole, how they have put the view of what marriage is. It's not exactly how it looked back then. Okay. So, especially the before marriage, definitely was not how we see it today. It was very much different. And the commitment, the highest level of commitment, how they put it, the high, how this is how I'm hearing it, the highest level of commitment is in their eyes was not marriage. And in their time, the highest level of commitment was verbally telling another that they love them. And that was the verbal commitment. The verbal commitment, that was the highest level. Like that was it. There was nobody else. Once you verbally committed to each other, that was it. There was no ceremony. Like even before laying down with each other, like they literally, it was all verbal. And they like your word was it was seen as valuable, highly valuable. When you said something, that's concrete. That was it. Back then, a lot of days, a lot of people say stuff that they don't mean. So it's not really, that concrete. And so we did definitely two different times, but the message of you in this timeline, in this space, in this moment, in this universe, in this century, at this moment, right now, you are healing a whole little lineage. And that was just stretched out. Because it was just like a whole lineage of, I was like, I'm seeing humans, but I'm also seeing beings. So it goes far back. It goes far back. Like, you probably, at this moment, probably only know one person that is married in your family. That's if you know your family. You probably was adopted, but I'm going to tell you right now, in your lineage, and this is like century, like going all the way back to you being just a being, that being your lineage back there, you just being a being. There has been all broken marriages. Nobody has had a successful, happy marriage. Like at this moment, you are healing. And again, this is a specific marriage. This is a specific message for the one where your ancestor is a distant relative and y'all have communicated before. So this is why it resonates for you, because they've communicated with you before. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I was like, I see it on a phone. you're gonna know. You're gonna know the moment that this is the person. If you're dating right now, you're dating someone, or you're about to. If you're single right now, you are going to date someone, because you are that person. That's what they're relaying this message. You are the person that is going to heal, or you are healing currently. Whenever you watch this, you're healing a whole lineage of marriage commitment, like having that successful relationship romantically, not just platonic, but literally having that successful relationship with another romantically, and it being healthy, not, a broken home, or it being so toxic, or none of those things. It's gonna be beautiful. You might have moments where y'all be off, and that's you, that's both of y'all. As I'm hearing, it's on both sides, but y'all are basically like this new fresh couple that's literally setting the standard and setting the tone of y'all whole lineage. Like y'all are like brand new out the box. Y'all, there's no examples to look to, because everybody else around you and your family circle, they're all in broken relationships, all relations that are toxic. And you're like, I don't want that for me, I don't want that for our children. Like, we're building a legacy of healthy, successful relationships, and that's literally what you are doing. That's what you are doing. I love that for you. I love that for you. You're the growing together is that of literally y'all growing to beautiful and healthy relationship. um and that's beautiful. I bet that's beautiful for y'all. But yeah, that was the message from Distant Lover. Growing together, definitely know that y'all will continue to grow together. It will always be you and that person. Like, once y'all get in union, there's very few beings that are meant to be in a relationship literally until they transition, until be alive on the other side. That right there, like, is very few. But you are chosen to have that type of successful marriage. And it very well may be part of your purpose is to exemplify that type of, that's part of your purpose. I say part, it's not exactly your purpose, but it's part of your purpose, is to exemplify that healing, how you're not letting that distraught. I'm here distraught. Like, you might have felt distraught at one point about your love life and those type of relationships, but you're definitely healing inner, and it's showing on the exterior, and that's what's attracting you. And um that matter, I'm definitely picking up this is feminine energy. Like, this could be a feminine energy. This could be a woman, but it very well could just be you healing that feminine energy as a male. It can go both ways, but I'm definitely feeling there's a lot of healing on the feminine side, the feminine energy. Okay. All right. Moving along. Moving along. All right. So it is a recent transitioned relative that is wanting to give the message of generosity. Okay. Now, this right here, y'all, this is very specific. So This was so the ancestor that is wanting to relay this message is very short and sweet. Okay. It's safe to open your heart. It's safe to want help. It's safe to ask for help. You can trust those people that want to help you. You can trust others to help you. You are guided to certain people to help you. There are beings that surround you that are protecting you, and they are guiding you on your purpose and your path. It is safe to accept help. This is coming from a relative that had a sudden death. They had a sudden transition that came out of what it seemed as if nowhere, but they knew. They didn't tell anybody. It was one of those situations where, and I'm picking off of two different people, but so there's two different beings. One. Okay, so there's two different beings. One is a dog, and one is, I see it in a mother type of energy. So this could be not necessarily your mother, but it could be somebody that was very nurturing to you, someone that was a mother figure, someone, and it could be a father, but they were very nurturing. Whoever, it could be a nanny or um, a nurse, someone that was very nurturing to you. They poured into you. But they're a relative. So it doesn't have to be blood. Again, it doesn't have to be blood, but you saw them as a relative. You saw them as family. But they're very nurturing. They're very caring. They're very supportive. They were always there for you in a mother figure way, right? Um, and I see like you might have had events or you had a party or something. They were always there to support and show up for you, right? I'm seeing that they're very supportive. They're very caring. Um, Very specifically, I'm seeing somebody in a house. They have white marble counters, um, and it's like marble, and it has like some black. It's probably that marble that has that black and white grayish mix in it, but it's on an island. So that's what I'm seeing. The island is that color. Um, and I'm seeing the relative that I'm seeing is like on one side and you're on the other side, and there's a window behind you, and like the kitchen window is behind you, and y'all are like talking, and you kind of lean over like towards them, and you're kind of like engaged in a conversation, and they're standing up and have one hand on the counter. Like that's very specific, right? But that's what I'm seeing. That's the vision I'm seeing. Like, yeah, that's how y'all had a conversation, or that's how y'all usually talked, was in the kitchen. um but that message specifically from them is just ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. They're there to help. Literally, they're there to help. They always cared for you in their physical human body on earth. So of course they're like, of course I'm gonna be there, support you in this realm as well. And I can help you even more. Like, that's what I'm hearing. I can help you even more because I have no limits. Like, that's what they're saying. Like, I have no limits now. So now I can really help you even more. And ooh, that that's why they decided to transition. They knew it was gonna come. That's why they transitioned. Oh, that's heavy. Some of y'all, I don't want to say some because this is like very specific. This is only probably for like 1 or 2 people. But you this resonates with you. But there is a relative. They literally transitioned, and they were okay with transitioning because they knew they will be able to help you more. That's how much they loved you. That's how much they wanted to protect you. They agreed to transition. That was their purpose, for y'all to meet, and they show up and be that person for you, and that be the way that they transition. Literally, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that is the reason why they transition, y'all. That's big. That's the reason why they transitioned, because they knew they would be able to protect you and love on you even more with no limits in the spirit. They have no limits in the realm. So they're like, yeah, I'll be able to protect you even more and guard you even more. And like, they're guiding you. So if you haven't directly connected with this person and learned to communicate with them on, the realm directly, like have direct communication, if you haven't opened that communication with them, they are well enough wanting to, okay, yeah, I'm hearing yes. Open that communication with that ancestor, whoever this is relating with. This is very specific, but they're like, yes, open that communication, because they're wanting to help guide you along your way. And they have been, but open up that communication, it's gonna be even more powerful. There's gonna be like no hesitation, no question. You ain't gonna doubt it. You gonna know. You gonna know. Okay, they are one of those warriors for you. They are on the front line for you. Like, they got your back no matter what. Okay, they was like that on Earth. They definitely still like that, even more, like 2 times more. Like, they for real. Like, you gotta open up that communication, and you will. They're gonna guide you to, um there's a specific crystal that is going to help you. It's a tool, so don't get dependent on it, but it's gonna be a tool that's gonna help you open up that communication a little more. They're gonna guide you to it. I Don't ask me. Don't come in the comments. Don't DM me. They are going to guide you. That is very specific. Like, I felt that heavy on my chest. They say it with your chest type shit. Like, for real. Like, don't come asking anybody. Don't ask nobody else. Get direct, and that's going to strengthen your intuition, because that right there, you're going to know. You're not going to question. It's going to be a knowing, like automatic. That what crystal that they talking about, or they're going to show you what crystal, and you're automatically going to know, like, oh, that's the one that's going to help. Like, you're going to know. It's going to be a knowing. It's going to be no question. All right. the dog. Okay. Yeah, let's okay, that was it for that one. So there's a dog, okay, that's wanted to communicate generosity as well. This dog, for someone, is wanting to communicate with the mother. Okay, so you are the female energy, the mother being that was the caretaker of this dog. And the dog is basically wanting to send gratitude and wanting to thank you for caring for it, your generosity towards it. So you might have taken it was a stray, and you took it in, and without question you loved on it. um I'm seeing it was a white dog. It was a white dog. Did you have any spots? I'm not seeing any spots, so it could have been like a spot on the ear, but I'm not seeing any spots. It was a completely white dog. Um, it could have been a so it got injured on the ear, and that's what I'm like. It was a white dog, but it had an injury or it got dirty on the ear or something like that. Something happened with the ear. But so yeah, it was an injury of the ear or on the ear. So the white dog is wanting to um so the name could start with a G. Like whatever name you gave the dog, it started with a G. But anyway, so they wanted to just send congratulations. Congratulations. So you had accomplishment recently that they're wanting to send you congratulations on. Um, okay. They wanted to congratulate you on the new home or something. You accomplished something just recently and they're wanting to congratulate you. um, but also send gratitude. Thank you for pouring so much love into them. They completely up, like, they have the utmost respect for you. They love you. They're still protecting you. Wasn't a guard dog. So it wasn't a guard dog when it was alive, but they're protecting you. Um, so it's a they were a dog in this lifetime, but oh, and I just saw that. I wonder if you can see that in the camera. It was just a white orb. It was a white and orange orb. So they weren't a dog in past lives. In past life, they were a human in form. They were in human form. Um, and that's why, so there's a connection between y'all two, because that's what you were feeling when you first picked up the dog. You felt immediate connection, even though it was a stray. Like, you felt that immediate connection. um and it did have a family. um the dog did have a family at first, but it left that family because it knew it was time to meet you. It knew that you were ready to meet each other. It was time for y'all to meet. And so, yeah. And that's during that time is how something happened with the ear. And that might be like how y'all met or something. Like when y'all met, there was like something on their ear, um, or something was wrong with their ear. And like with your care and your love, you nursed them back to health. Like something happened during the time of them leaving the family that they had. And then when you got the dog, you basically like nursed it back to health. Like it was probably depressed and everything. Yeah, I feel that they were sad, they were depressed, they were kind of down, but you brought so much life. That dog knew. That dog knew. You knew it was time for y'all to like be in union. Y'all, it was time for y'all to be together. But know that they are definitely protecting you still, even though they transitioned. They're wanting to just send gratitude and thank you so much for your love, your support, your care, um, and to never giving up on them. You never gave up. They still love and protect you. They want you to know that a dog still love and protect you and watch you. Yeah. So that's the message. Yeah, that's the message. That's the messages. So I thank you so much for those that have dropped in, and I send gratitude and love, peace and love for all the supporters. All the links are in the description and also on my channel profile. All the links are there if you would like to book a reading. Also have a podcast if you like to listen. It's called Exodus to Freedom. It's got Exodus to Freedom. I don't know why I just slowed down. It was like it was winding up. It was winding up. But anyway, so it's got Exodus to Freedom. That was hella dramatic. My bad. So it's got Exodus to Freedom. And dang, what else was I gonna say? I guess that's it, y'all. I'm about to get off here. I'm about to go eat. I'm hungry. And my mom just got done with eating. Just got done with cooking. Anyway, so I feel somebody's gonna ask the question. It says somebody in Oklahoma loves me. That's what the shirt says. Somebody was asking. It's when I lived in Oklahoma. I don't got nobody in Oklahoma. But anyway, so yeah. Love you, lovelies. Mwah. Have a grand rising, great afternoon, good evening, and sweet night. Mwah. Love you, lovelies.